What's up, guys? My name is Mike, and this is a very special edition of Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4, the Vote Trump edition, where we are going to go and select the United States of America starting in 1936 on regular mode, taking off historical AI focuses just to see how much fucking chaos we can cause if we turn fascist and just go ape shit all over everyone. So we're starting from 1936, and the US, unfortunately, is a little boring, I think, doing so. Mostly because you can't really do jack shit until the rest of the world goes ballistic and starts all the world wars for us. So we're going to start with all the basic stuff that you would normally start with. Looks like the US doesn't actually start with synthetic oil. That's a shame. Oops. That's not what we want to do. So we're going to get all our basic research together, including infantry. Man, they're so far behind. Yeah, the US starts from a really poor position. Extremely resource rich, but very options poor and research poor and every other kind of poor, which sucks. So it takes a long time to get going, but once we do get going, I think it should be a lot of fun. So I'm going to stop you. I'm going to stop you. Let's see. All I want are submarines. Well, that's a very German thing to do. It's what I did in the Germany campaign I'm playing. But submarines are badass, and it seems to be less trouble to manage than having a fleet. And I'm all about doing things with less trouble. So we'll make all our ships come out in the Panama Canal. We're not going to give that up. And if they're sort of centrally stationed, that should give us a lot of opportunity to go either way. As you all know, the US does swing either way in most matters. We're very open-minded in that case. What is this? It's like our planes are equipped with toilets. Oh, it's a profile. It's a profile carrier. It looks like a toilet with a mound of shit coming out of it, which is kind of what these things are anyway. I'm not going to build those. Fuck off. We're going to build infantry, and okay, we can't build that much infantry. We only have 10 factories. Jesus. Okay, 10 factories. That's good. And we're going to start with WP. I don't even know what these things are. This is really the first time I've looked properly here. I don't want to reaffirm the Monroe Doctrine because I want to conquer all of that. So let's go with, we'll go with WPA, the WWII's main competitor. It's the World Punching Association. So we're going to form the World Punching Association. And what are we going to do with all of our dudes? We got low manpower. We got low everything. Free civilian factories. Well, there's only one move to do in the beginning. We're going to build a series of land forts. We're going to build a wall. It's going to be a terrific wall. It's going to be the best wall that anybody's ever seen. And we're going to make Mexico pay for it. I don't know if we're actually going to make Mexico pay for it. I don't know if that's possible. But we're going to build a wall across Mexico. Make sure that we keep all those pesky foreigners out. And we may have to do the same against Canada soon. So yeah, the US, you can't really do much. You start with no political power, low unity. Actually, maybe would have wanted to just hold off. No, it's okay, because I think some of the national focuses actually give you, like it gives you 150 points. So some of the early ones are good because they actually give you points right off the bat. But really, we're just waiting for shit to go nuts in Europe and Asia so that world tension is driven to a point that gives us the opportunity to actually do something. Free dockyards, okay. How did I fuck that up? I thought I did too. Do that, and you're going to come out in the Panama Canal. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Who's the good submarine? Who's the good submarine? So we can also kind of somewhat affect world tension. Because I realized, I was watching somebody else's stream, and I realized that if you revoke guarantees, it drives up world tension slightly. So if we time it right and use some of our initial political power, we could actually revoke guarantees in South America, which would drive up political tension in the world, or world tension, and that might give us a few more options in terms of actually doing shit. So that, to me, seems like a good thing, I think. I don't know. I don't know if any of this is really, pardon me. I don't know if I think this is really a good idea. So these are all, what kind of dudes are these? These are National Guard divisions. I think National Guard divisions are kind of shit. We're going to give you a commander. Who are we going to give you? Max Entrenchment. This dude has a corncob pipe. Little known fact that the character of Popeye was actually built off of Douglas MacArthur. So, a little factoid for you ahistorical people that didn't pay attention in school. We'll do that. Well, I guess we'll just send all these dudes down to the border. They can start digging in. National Guard. We do need to protect our borders. And what else can we do? We've got a lot of just like people. Can I select that far? No, it's not gonna let me select that far. There's a lot of random ass people just kind of chilling in the ocean here. So why don't we? Anybody else? Is that it? Looks like that's it. Okay, so we're gonna put all you dudes in another division. I don't know. We'll just give you some shit ass. Who sucks? Leslie McNair. Leader experience gain max entrenchment. Actually, maybe we should give him an entrenchment guy. Anybody that has decent entrenchment? Not they're willing to give up. Okay, we don't care about your own experience. McNair. You can tell he's very smooth from using his namesake. Nair. And who is he? That was purple. So we can make you a new theater. Alright, let's see what we're going to name you guys. Pacific Ocean. Good and clever. Alright, so we're done on national focus. Pause for a minute. So we have now gotten ourselves 150 political points. What do we want to do with that? Well, let's choose our national focus first. Artillery and support or electronics and support? Probably electronics. We need to get on building TVs and shit. We need to invent Twitter to make our rise to power a little bit easier. And then a political advisor. Charles Coughlin. Is that asshole that's always coughing? In theaters and plays and operas. Yeah, we'll choose you. Fascist demagogue. Gets event fascism on the rise. That sounds like a good thing to do. Oh, and we immediately get an event. That was quick. The American people have a noble history, a history they've been made to forget under the weak and cowardly rule of the Democratic Party. I agree with every single word in that sentence, except for under. That doesn't make any sense. They claim to represent the people, but can so feeble a state enforce the will of the people? I don't know. Only by spilling the blood of traitors can we fulfill our destiny. That's pretty epic. So the fascist speakers in the United States made no secret, blah, 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 blah. So what does this do? These both. The younger generation will take up the torch, or the higher-ups may harbor unspoken sympathies. Internal support or popular support? I wonder what the difference is. We'll go higher-ups. We'll go higher-ups. Okay, so now we have no political power again. So that kind of sucks. But we are going to be now trending towards fascism. Can I see you? You're so small. 1%. Okay, well, 1% is better than 0%. We're building a committee on technocracy, seeing if we can replace all of our internal organs with tubes and pipes and steam-powered cogs. We haven't invented the transistor yet. Or maybe, has the transistor been invented by 1936? I don't think so. Maybe it has. I don't know. If it has been, we're definitely going to be using those. If not, it'll be all tube technology. Who are you? Oh, they got more people over here. What the fuck are you doing? Go join the American theater, dude. And go do that. It's American theater. Doing like the little rockets. Like kick line and shit. Putting on plays. Alright, and then... yeah, man, we can't really do much. That's the problem. I guess I can put on a faster speed. We're low on everything. Are we actually training anybody? No. That's probably a good thing. We don't really have much to train. We don't even have enough to support what we have right now. So we're just throwing all our resources into building the wall. It's going to be a great wall, though. Now we're actually almost done. Actually almost done. So maybe we'll build up another row of land forts. Oops. Let's like so. So it'll be 2 defense on the entire Mexican border, which makes the wall 2 feet high. I guess if we get it all the way up to 10, that would be a 10-foot wall, which is probably going to be more effective. But we can work on that later. I like how these dudes are just like chilling out. Oh no, they're exercising. That's why they have the red skull. They're being worked to death. So the Mexican army is doing like push-ups and shit. We're just chilling with our little shack, hanging out, looking around. Very stylish. American uniforms are quite nice. I love their little booties, little like wraps that go around their boots. Very old school. Like an outhouse. It's just shitting in this river, giving them some good old-fashioned American presence down the river towards Mexico. Where's that river go? I guess it goes here. Let's see. What are you guys doing in Europe while we're waiting? You're building a west wall. All right. You should have... there's an event you should do first before you build the west wall. You should re-militarize the Rhineland, so then you get more. So Hitler, you're already going to lose this war. You're defending defensive focus. That worked out well for France. They're equipping all their troops with shields. Seems like a good idea. You guys are given a 3-way hand job at the homeland. So I like that. Actually, they fucked this up. Look, it's like 2 hands that are clasped, and there's like a 3rd one behind them. Not sure what the hell they're doing there. Support weapons are done. Excellent. So are basic machine tools. We invented pipe wrenches to bash the shit out of people. I like concentrated industry. I don't know how much bombing we're going to sustain. We'll be protected pretty easily by all of our borders. Now, the question is, do we... No, we need to build motorized. That's what we need to do. We need trucks to ferry out all the illegal immigrants. It's only one way they're going to get out of the country and back to Mexico. You're strengthening the Polish state with your jerk-off hand. Okay. And the armament effort, which looks like 2 switchblades. Probably should focus on guns, dude. It's like 1936. What's Turkey doing? Armament effort with 2 switchblades. Okay, so we're now a technocracy, or at least we've constructed a committee to decide if we want to be a technocracy. This one's going to give us 3 research bonuses. Why not? Sure, fuck it. So I guess the things on this side of our tree support Rock Island. That's right. So the American theater is now going to switch from classical opera to rock opera. That's what that technology does. Rock Island. It's where Metallica and Nickelback perform. They just perform non-stop 24/7. National spirit outranks the government. Fascist sympathies in the military. They've expressed support for the fascist movement in the United States. They feel the Democratic Party has forgotten how important discipline and patriotism is to keeping the country together. Well, I can't say I disagree. Can't say I disagree one bit. And we're doing all of that with 9%. 9% of the population's like, fuck yeah, we love that Hitler dude. And then everyone's like, holy shit, we're freaking out, dude. What are we going to do? FDR, save us. And FDR is all like, oh God, my legs don't work. We got to get out of here. And then before he knows it, Trump's going to come and push him in his wheelchair down a fucking flight of stairs. Surprise, bitch. You just got trumped. So we have battleships like fucking everywhere. We should probably do something about that. Why don't you do this? We're going to give you a commander. Ernest King? Sure. And then you are going to patrol that. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. What a good admiral. We're going to collect all these dudes. And then Chester P. Numbnuts is going to... of the famous Numbnuts family, who eventually turned into Planters, the peanut factory, or the peanut company. So you're going to do that. Patrol that shit. The Spanish Civil War? What does it mean for Spain? I don't really know what it means for Spain, because I certainly doesn't mean anything for me. I'm pretty sure I cannot intervene. I cannot interfere. World tension's not nearly high enough for me to do jack. So we're just going to jerk off at home. You're going to patrol. I'll put pause for a second. Give you a commander, a sub-commander. William Halsey. Bill Pawsley. I think that's a disease, isn't it? Like where you like shake and shit. Bill Halsey? Or is it Bell's Palsy? I don't know. Close enough. You patrol the Caribbean and the Western Anal Zone. And then the research slot we're going to put towards... I have no idea. I don't think we need resources. Do we even need resources? No, we have so fucking much. Look at all this shit. Look at all this goddamn shit. So we don't need resources at all. And we certainly won't once we launch our invasion of South America to fold them into the greater Pan America states. So instead, do we need engineering? Yeah, we should invent iPhones. We'll invent iPhones. We get a 50% bonus to that now, which is good. And then I'll speed up our collective research as we go forward. Rock Island's almost done, so we're like 3/4 through. We've built all the stadiums. Now we're just building the Riot Force with all their pepper spray to keep the Nickelback fans in line. And let's see, what are we doing over here in Europe? Industrial effort. So they don't like rock music, they're going for industrial music. I guess they're just that, they're like one step ahead. I mean, this time in history, this period in history, it is true that the Germans were ahead of the West in many ways. You're reforming your government. It's still, I guess. Was it the three-handed jerk-off before? I think so. No, you were doing that. So you are going to intervene in Benelux. The Benelux intervention. Well, I remember when I was addicted to Benelux, it was no joke. And thank God for my family who intervened. They sat me down and they cried and told stories about how my horrible addiction, injecting Benelux, I'm at my worst, it was like 2, 3, 4 times a day. I was injecting Benelux and it was a disaster. I actually only have one arm because of that now. So I play with my feet and my tongue to do this, to do these Let's Plays. So I hope you guys appreciate it. Polish militarism. Okay, Rock Island is complete. So the Nickelback Stadium is done. Now we get 3 times bonus for our support artillery and support technology. The British debates intervention. No, you have to intervene. I know from personal experience, if you don't intervene, the addiction will just get out of hand. Will irrevocably change the political landscape of Western Europe. Yeah, capitalized Western. It's not a proper noun, you fuckers. Will they really chance an intervention? I don't care. I can't care. No matter what I do, there's nothing I can do to make things care. Should I do this one? No, because I don't want any of these. I don't want those things. All I want is you assholes in the West to go crazy. I guess we might as well do this. We're going to need planes sooner or later. Because once our mobile infantry with their trucks are at full capacity, the only other thing we're going to be able to do is build transport planes to get all the Mexicans back over the border. Okay, so do we want to invent iTunes or do we want to invent the mechanical computing? What is this? Click for details. I can't see what the picture is. Looks like a vape thing, like one of those vape boxes. Okay, we'll invent vaping. That's probably a good idea. Okay, so our factories are now, some of our factories are free. Do we continue to build the wall? I think we do. Our wall is merely good right now. It's not yet terrific or the best wall you've ever seen. So we'll continue to build the wall across the Mexican border. So that's 3. We actually need to do that. So it'll be 3 feet high now. So at least it'll be effective at keeping Mexican hobbits out. Maybe not normal-sized, average height Mexicans, but at least Mexican hobbits are not going to be able to hop over a 3-foot wall without, a step ladder. Can they build step ladders? What is Mexico building? Construction effort. All those fuckers, they're definitely building step ladders. Okay, we came in second with only 24 medals. Well, that's shit. Fucking Americans. What do we even spend all that money on steroids for if we only come in second? And Ethiopia, so actually lower world tension. That's not a good thing. We want world tension to go up. So Italy, you're kind of fucking us right now. Look at this shit. So who do I want to win? Fascists, I think. I want the nationalists to win. But I can't do anything to help them out. East Germany sent them volunteers. Suppose that's one step in the right direction. France, what are you doing? Support the status quo. Look, it's the hand of Statue of Liberty right there. So, status quo, that must be Latin for Statue of Liberty. So they're going to support her. I suppose with the fascism growing in the U.S., figuratively, the Lady Liberty, the Statue of Liberty is falling over. So they're building her a new support structure. Well, whatever floats your boat, dude. And you're building swords and shields. So I guess they saw the Russians and the Turkish folk working on switchblades, and they're like, well, there's only one way we can defend properly against switchblades, and that's by giving all of our dudes fucking kite shields. So we're going back to the Battle of Hastings, going to be stabbing bitches. Italy, what are you doing, Italy? Capital ship. Well, it's a capital effort, sir. Capital effort. And what about our anime friends over here? Anal Air Innovations. Why is Air Innovations lowercase? Everything else... Look at this. Everything else is like... Well, not here, actually. Kind of back and forth. My fucking OCD is off the chain right now. Why are some of these things capitalized and some are not? Like, look at our tree. How do I look at my tree? There we go. Everything's capitalized as if it's a proper noun or like a title. Like a title of something, you would capitalize all the basic words except for like and or. But when it comes to Japan, pause that shit while I rant. When it comes to Japan, they drop the ball. Look at this shit. Axis leanings or ienings. Career focus, career focus. Yes, Japanese are very career focused. Yeah, you fucked that up, Paradox. You stupid assholes. You probably put the intern on Japan because, like, well, Japan just fucking, nobody plays Japan anyway. Useless in World War II. So nobody's actually going to notice. Well, guess what, assholes? I noticed. Okay, we're going to research what? No. Do we want more synthetic refineries? I don't think we need it. We have so many resources. Let's go and invent iTunes. So our troops have something to do while they're bored. So we're chilling out. Should we train our guys? I suppose we could train the National Guard. You're not even attached. Idiots. Go here. Go guard this border. It's like one dude on a horse. He's like walking up like, oh, we haven't invented tanks yet. So I guess, you know, in a land where everybody walks, the man with a horse is king. So this guy's like slinging his dick around going, yeah, bitch, look at me. I'm the first team. Okay, so the Rhineland has been remilitarized, and it says it's worrying. However, I'm not actually worried because that's a good thing. Air War Plans Division. So do we want to do strategic bombing or air support? They're mutually exclusive, so... I don't know. I don't know what's better. Probably strategic bombing, so I think strategic bombers can fly far. I guess if I don't actually need anything right now, I might even be better off just not taking a focus and building up the political power. That would probably be smarter, because all of these things are shit. The only thing I can do is the exact thing I don't want to do, which is reaffirming all of my shit down here. I don't want to do that. I want to... what does it actually do? Because if it'll prevent me from... increases trade opinion, and then what does this do? So, you know what? I could do those and gain the political power. Actually, that might be a better idea. Because I don't think it'll prevent me from revoking my claims. It doesn't say anything about that. It's just about trade and then keeping them from drifting fascist. And I don't really care if they drift fascist or not because I'm going to make them fascist when I conquer them. Yeah. Okay, so I was doing that wrong. Well, at least we're going to need those researchers anyway. So, you know, sooner or later. How's my wall coming? It's not much of a wall. It seems to be like a bunch of individual. I don't think they really understood what I wanted. Well, this is what happens when we kick out all the Mexicans and we have Americans building shit. It ends up being corners cut, nothing's good quality, everything's falling down. This looks just like a heap of fucking rubble instead of a wall. God damn it, we should have had the Mexicans build the wall so they could have done a better job than us, first of all. Well, live and learn. Live and learn. Okay, Republicans or Democrats, election of 1936. Holy shit. 4 more years, or we must safeguard the ideals of the American system. I think that makes sense. Okay, so we invented trucks. We invented vaping. We invented concentrated orange juice. And what else do we want now? Air doctrine. I guess we could start with some of these doctrine things. These are so far ahead. What do we have for tanks? We don't have jack shit for tanks. Built heavy tanks. I haven't really played around much with heavy tanks. I've mostly been sticking to light tanks and medium tanks in other campaigns. Just because they're cheap and I'm cheap and it seems to be a match made in heaven. Support equipment. This looks a little different. So we can build... let's build the engineer company. Entrench. We really want to dig in. I guess we'll build recon as well. Once we save up some experience, well, we don't even have any experience. I suppose we could training our guys, and that would give us experience. Or we could save our points and then get one of those dudes that just passively generates army experience. So we can reform some of our army. So I don't think our dudes are particularly good. Yeah, it's like very basic. So I'd want to add engineers. I'd want to maybe swap some of these guys out, make them proper 20 with combat, and so on and so on. Okay, so we did that. So we're going to invent Wi-Fi next, because we realized that after inventing iTunes, there's no way to actually download all of our speeches onto our iPhones, which was a mistake. Okay, so we're almost done. So the wall's 3 foot high now. We could probably leave it at that. Let's build some military factories now. 1, 2, we'll just go crazy with military factories. No civilian factories. I mean, we have so few right now. It doesn't really seem to make much of a difference. And I feel like once we start opening up some of this shit, we'll get all the factories that we need. Plus, there's probably some stuff in the tree that will give us factories. Like what? I'm guessing. I don't know. Wartime industry? Probably. Some of the stuff I'm guessing will randomly give us extra factories that we can use, which we can then put those civilian factories towards building the wall later. But we will need as much military as possible. I'm pretty sure these guys don't have a lot of like shit. Besides resources, they probably don't have a lot of infrastructure to take. And I fear trekking through these mountains. So on top of having to get these guys to a proper 20 width, I'm also going to have to probably add mountaineers and shit to them. They announced an alliance. Look at this guy. I know he's thinking. He's like, oh, those jowls. It's so hot right now. They're preparing for the worst. They misspelled that. It should have been WURST in reference to... I can't do this until I'm at war. In reference to the German sausage that's about to violate them. Okay, we'll do this, I guess. Probably should have done that a million years ago. Yes, open up your borders to the worst. The long, hard sausage of the German Reich. The colonial elite. Don't know who those are. The fortifications. They're digging holes. They're digging trenches. Well, I can appreciate that. I should be able to like lend lease workers to help build a wall, because I'm really good at building walls now. And they're going to befriend Japan. Maybe it gives them some fucking grammar lessons. Actually, that's a terrible idea, because as bad as these guys are, with all their lowercase, low effort, intern type bullshit, Germans have a weird habit of randomly capitalizing words. And I think, well, maybe if they even those two out, the average would be proper grammar. Perhaps. Hurry up, Monroe Doctrine. I forgot to see what the Japanese are actually working on anyway. What are you jerks doing? What are you doing over here? They're increasing their naval production. All right, and you are doing an NKVD primacy. I guess you're becoming blood brothers with somebody. You can see you're slicing your hand and doing a whole bunch of crazy shit. British. This is just Britain, isn't it? No, they've got their own shit going on, actually. They're on level 3 of their armament effort. Wow. And these guys are only level 2. I don't know what level you guys are on. Infrastructure, armament. No, the Saudis are also on. Look at this guy. He's high as fuck. I wonder if this is actually a real person. I don't even know. I don't know. Look at this guy. He looks like a Charlie Chaplin character. Mustache man. Mustache man. The exact same mustache man. Mustache man. Mustache. Look at all these guys are the exact same dude. Look at it. They're just like, in some of them they slightly change. No, that guy's different. That guy's different. It's all the exact same dude. Oh, Paradox, you racist bastards. You think all Mexican people, this guy's at least got a tie instead of a bow tie. Slightly different suits for all of South America. I wonder if these are real people. You think they could put the fucking effort to get these guys like historically, but I guess they probably had the portrait dude sitting here lovingly drawing each hair of Hitler's mustache instead, because all the effort obviously went into Hitler's portrait. They couldn't spare anybody else to paint the portraits for these dudes. So we got a bunch of South American clones. Okay, well, it's even better. That's just creepy as shit. This guy's different at least. There's a white dude in Brazil. This guy. Oh, there's another one of our clones. Oh, he's got a little communist icon. I guess that's how we tell. Bow tie. So bow tie for democratic things. Communists get regular ties. And then was there a fascist? I forget who had that little icon, little thing on their lapel pin. Ecuador, Venezuela is fascist. Who was it? I was just clicking on somebody. This dude. And the communists get a red tie, of course, with a little pin. All right. So we've reaffirmed the Monroe Doctrine. It's probably a good time to take a break. Thanks so much for watching, guys. And please tune in next time for another very special episode of Let's Vote Trump. And please like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me out. And we'll talk to you next time.